experienced maybe a friend getting into a relationship and then kind of disappearing from the face of the planet, or seen that happen?
I'm that friend. I'm the friend. The friend is me. I will go. Yeah, I'm gone. When I go. Yeah.
Friendship in adulthood is kind of the entry point to realizing relationships take work.
It's not as easy as high school where you're like, I know I'll see you every day. That's why you're my friend. I see you every day.
The past 16 years of your life, all your friends have been very accessible to you.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do, you had to be there. You
had to be at school. I had to be at school 5 days a week, so I'm gonna see you, you know?
Now you have to be okay with having friends in different cities and stuff, but pick up that phone.
Not just like communicate to say, oh, I'm doing this today or I'm available this time, but we communicated that we are friends. We're always going to be friends.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we're not seeing each other as often right now, but we're friends. I appreciate you. Simple things like that. Like, even if it's just once a week.
I love you.
I appreciate you. Have a good week.
Yeah,
What we do that?
Yeah, those small affirmations.
Like, if you actually really care about your friendship and this person, you are going to have to put in the work to make that relationship work. Like, if it means that every Thursday we schedule an 11 o'clock phone call for 1 hour because I need to be in bed by 12, but it's the only time we have free. That's the work that we're putting in.
Definitely just establishing your friendship styles.
Yeah.
And being very vocal about how you want to be friendship.
Because a lot is going on. We all have our own priorities. We're all trying to build. We're all in different phases and facing different things in our lives. So communication is so important, but also just being intentional about communicating.
It's more like, this is someone I've been friends with for 10, 15 years, and I really want to keep this relationship. So I'm confronting you because I love you and I don't want to lose you, but this thing is really bad. Versus in high school where it's kind of just like we overlook everything until it's like...
Not all friendships are gonna last. Not all friendships that you make in school, high school, varsity, even afterwards are lifelong friendships, and that's okay.
Sometimes you don't need to always run back. I used to do that. I used to run back to my friends and be like, let's fix things, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. But they will never do that. People don't like fixing things. People enjoy moving on. People enjoy, I'm done with this. I don't want this in my life anymore. So the things that you speak into existence, they are going to exist. So if you say that you're done with someone, it's going to happen.
And another lesson I've learned is that friendships change.
Change is as important as it is, I guess. It's just like how you process change and how relationships are able to adapt, with the different stages of life that we go through.
You may have had this kind of friendship with someone at a particular stage, and maybe now it's a different kind of friendship. Maybe we're not as close, or there's a new friend that I have in my life that I'm closer to, and maybe you notice that and you feel like, oh, why is she closer to that person?
And I think it's important to be able to communicate those changes and adapt with them.
Yeah. You're also going to have to learn how to extend grace to some of your friends that fall off or can't be as available to you as they were. But even more so, you are going to just have to come to terms with sometimes you're the one that's going to need that grace. You're not always going to be the one that shows up, that is there, that is 100%, that is always communicating even. Sometimes you're just going to go through it. And that's the beauty of friendship. It's about, giving them some grace, but also understanding that at times you're going to need that grace as well.
I've seen a lot of my friends, when they get into relationships, they kind of focus solely on that relationship.
You're setting yourself up for abuse, but that's another story. No, you really are.
Friends fall off as soon as you start dating because you just think that daughter is everything. And they prioritize men because they have goals with partnership. Like they want kids, they want marriage, they want all those things. Nothing wrong with that, but who's going to be at your wedding? who's gonna help you cry? Whose shoulder you gonna lean on?
You know, the friends that do always, or I don't know, maybe a bit extreme about just always being with their man and kind of like ignoring their friends. For some reason, they're always the ones that feel left out. And I'm like, girl, what you mean you feel left out? Where have you been? I haven't seen you in like 6 months. Since you've been with this guy, you've been with this guy 24/7.
People don't know that they're in that. People just wake up when they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't spoken to my friends in like 2 months. They like snap out of it and they're like, oh my gosh, no one checks on me anymore because I'm literally never there.
I have had friends that have kind of fallen off or disappeared into relationships, and it's like, where's my friend gone to?
I'm that friend. I'm the friend. The friend is me. I will go. Literally, I keep saying this, but if I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this oak, best believe any opportunity I get to sit with him, I'm sitting with him.
A lot, and I mean like a whole lot. Like majority of my close friends have been like single for like many years, if not their whole entire lives. So when 1 or 2 of them got into relationships, you know, it was something they'd experienced for the first time. But I also had to kind of understand and give them the space to really enjoy this, you know, to really enjoy it, to kind of navigate this new waters for the first time.
Unfortunately though, I am that girl, but at the same time, I do understand that my friends are my friends, and so I'll make time to say, okay, baby, this weekend is strictly for the girls. This weekend, I'm spending time, and I think that's also an important part when it comes to prioritizing friendships, is that carving out time in your schedule for different friends and different relationships so that nobody suffers. It's a bit weird if you start like taking your friends over the person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, because essentially this is supposed to be your best friend.
But I don't think that, as you were saying, it's good to isolate yourself. Like, don't make it a thing that this is your best friend, your lover, your everything, and forget about everyone else in your life.
I don't think that they should compete for attention. I think we can all just flourish as long as we love each other. But the moment your man and your friends don't, that's when you're gonna have problems. But go ahead, it's fine. The flag will only get redder.
Okay, so personally, I'm definitely team early on.
The day he said hey.
Early as possible.
Early.
Even if you go on a first date and be like, oh, my friend's having a bride, let's swing by.
Early.
Because your friend will be like, that's the murderer I was telling you about.
Early.
We do it early.
We always do it earlier. As soon as you say, I have this song and I'm singing, okay, when are we
Even
gonna
I met this person today, and I think that's what you do in the group chat.
Yeah, but I think obviously different friendships just have different dynamics. Some people do prefer to kind of like keep it close until they're sure.
Now I'm just like, okay, I don't want to come to them every like month, like, oh my gosh, guys, I promise you, whoa, wait, hear me out. And then like end of the month, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need anyone who has a space to comfort me right now. So like, I've learned to just like, whoa, like put the brakes on it a bit.
The problem is when he's fine, when he has weight, when he smells good, when he's dressed well, you can't see nothing. I can't see that he's lying.
The earlier they see this person, the better, because maybe I'm delusional.
I can't see that he's playing me. I can't see it. And my friends, of all people, should know me relatively well enough to say, my sister, this is going to end in tears.
So if a couple of people who are my friends, who people that I trust, can vouch for this person, that's, I think it works out better for me.
Also, I trust my friends' judgment, not even their judgment, not even their judgment on the person, just the vibes.
The vibe,
really say a lot.
Is he really that fine? Or did I just have love goggles on? Or are there just some red flags that are looking a little bit orange to me?
Maybe there's something I don't know.
Not that they're gonna completely convince me to either date someone or not date them.
True.
But maybe I'm not seeing
It's
something.
always nice to just have that perspective from friends.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
And they can see it.
You need your friends to hold you back and be like, girl, wake up.
When I smell a rat, I will tell you I smell a rat. I know, like, you can be
I'm
like,
done being the friend of, I'm trying to job. I'm like, I don't like him.
I've
personally,
never
but
been that
you
friend.
Do that.
To be fair, I've had friends who preferred to introduce their people later on when they're serious and they know it's the one. Personally, I'm not your mom. I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad. I do not care if you just met this man and then you guys break up. Or if you're dating for 2 months, then there's a new guy. I don't care, I want to meet them all.
I'm a person who just makes friends without even like saying anything. Do you understand?
Honestly, I have no tips. I think since I was in high school, I've made like,
I would say
max
you made
3 new friends. friendships?
I think you're gonna have to get a little bit uncomfortable.
It's really as simple as sitting next to someone in a lecture hall and saying, my word, this guy, can you not shut up? And then they laugh. And then once you get someone to laugh, conversation is easy and you will exchange numbers at the end. You're welcome.
Personally, I'm so happy with the friends that I have. Friendships require a lot of maintenance. And if I have 10 friends, it's just personally for me, it's not gonna work. Other people obviously have to. I invest a lot emotionally with all my friendships, and I just don't think I have enough in me to give that to like 10 different people.
I think for myself, I'm still learning to. I'm trying to. At this point, I'm trying to nurture the friendships that I have. But like, it's tough being a social butterfly. Like, and also we go out a bit, so we meet new people all the time. And now like respectfully and like kindly to myself, like. It's hard to add more friends to the ones I'm trying to navigate.
I don't necessarily believe in only keeping friends from like when you're younger. I actually don't think that friendship has anything to do with how many years you've been friends. Because you could meet someone last year and you guys have this closest bond ever, and there's someone you've known for years who you're not really on good grounds with.
It's just good to talk to new people. Not everyone that you talk to is going to become your bestie. But it is good to just like see what's out there in the world. Like in friendships, in relationships, in everything. It's good to just like step outside of like what you know. Just to see like how do other people think.
There's someone who I was speaking to who says she actually goes out alone. And like you know when you know like you see those posters, those group posters, you know people are gonna be there. You go alone and you might meet a group of girls or guys or whatever that you feel like, okay, I click with these people.
Just obviously go to things that you enjoy.
You enjoy as well.
If you don't like painting, I don't know, don't go to
don't go to a gallery and then be surprised.
The truth is everybody's scared. Like nobody knows, what the other person's gonna react like. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. So if everybody in the room is scared, why must I also be scared?
We're in that system of like we always need to be like must be a wall of like I don't trust you. What if? But that's the thing. That's the power of the time. It's the power of thoughts. It's the power of things. Let things be, and that's the only way you will see things happen.
Whether it's in the DMs, whether it's you're out somewhere and you maybe like what someone's wearing, give them that compliment or ask a question. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
I've made friends on the internet. There's friends I've met where it's like, hey, I like your vibe. We should link up. We linked up and now can't get rid of me.
For me, friendship shots are a bit awkward. Like if you like via DM, like how do you? Unless it happens naturally, because with one of my friends that actually was like we just started chatting on the DMs and it was like, oh, okay, But
and that's going to be happening more and more.
That's true.
And there's new apps coming up all the time.
Hey man, maybe even on Twitter, be like, yo, I'm hyped. Ooh, no, you can get some creeps. But I think everyone else also gave some really good tips, so we can just use those tips. I'm done with this one.